And I do want to tell everybody thanks for coming out for our first parade of the year. It's a little warm today, I realize, and I really appreciate you all showing here and supporting our Corps of Cadets. Today we've been real blessed. We today have a man who's going to talk for us at this ceremony who lives and breathes the values that we cherish dearly. And that's the ideals of duty, honor, and country. And he believes in the motto of character above all. For 25 years he served as a minister, serving the people of 3 different counties where he was a preacher, and then would move on from there and decide it was time to go into elected office. And today he serves as our Congressman, U.S. Representative in Washington, D.C., taking there and representing each and every one of us. Congressman Hice, you have been an incredible supporter of this community. You are a person who lives and breathes the values that we cherish and hold so dear here at this institution. And we couldn't be more thrilled to have you here today as our first speaker of the year to kick off this parade as we celebrate Constitution Day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please welcome our U.S. Congressman.
Well, thank you, General Caldwell. I cannot express the honor it is to be here with you, and I thank you for the invitation. I want to also just acknowledge and say good afternoon to all the alumni, the GMC, the guests of the President all around, and to each of the students. Hats off to you for the direction that you are going in your life. And we are here today to talk about that which is very precious to all of us, and that is our Constitution. And you know, it's something these days that is taken for granted by many people, but not by a single person in this crowd. Our Constitution is something that has distinguished this country from every other country in the world. And it is now our responsibility and our duty not only to defend it, to protect it, but to pass it on to future generations and to pass on what it represents. President John Adams, and I cannot express to you enough how much I appreciate this school and the awesome leadership, Lieutenant General Caldwell, and all the staff and everyone who is a part of this outstanding institution. But what I love so much is the foundation that this institution stands on, the motto, character above all. I want that to sink into every one of us, because there really is nothing that is of greater importance than individual character. And what we need to understand is the role that character plays in the fulfillment of the Constitution. I mentioned a while ago, John Adams is the second president of the United States, but he's the one that made that famous quote, no doubt that we are all familiar with. He said that our Constitution was written for a moral and religious people. It's wholly inadequate for the government of any other. I want us to understand what he said. He did not say that the Constitution was written for a people who want to be free. He said it's written for a moral and religious people, that it's totally, wholly inadequate for the government of any other. And that's where your motto comes in. Character above all is incredibly, indescribably essential in the fulfillment of, the protection of, the defense of, and the passing on of the Constitution and the principles for which it stands. The reason for that is this. It's impossible to have what the Constitution guarantees us, which is limited state government. It's impossible to maintain limited government without people capable of self-governing their own lives. And at the core, the centerpiece of self-governance is character. I read the other day a quote by Lyman Beecher, who was a great Presbyterian clergyman in the late 1700s, the time when our Constitution was being ratified. He was the president of Lane Theological Seminary. But Beecher made the statement, He said, "There is no safety for a republic but in self-government, influenced by a holy heart, swayed by the government of God." It's important for us to understand that self-government comes from an internal compass that allows individuals the understanding of that which is right and that which is wrong. And I'm honored to stand before you today, individuals who are willing not only to stand for and protect and defend our Constitution, but to stand also for that which is right, that which is honorable, that which is character, inside and out. And so I want to lay before you, as I close today, a challenge to understand that our Constitution, which has become a beacon of light not only for our country but for the entire world. In fact, many countries have tried to model themselves and their laws after our own Constitution, and many people have come to this country because of our constitutional foundation. But I lay before you a challenge to understand that our Constitution does not happen by accident in terms of it actually functioning. Our Constitution happens when the people of this country understand that character matters. That above all, it is impossible to have limited government within a secular society. Limited government only comes within an atmosphere where people are able to self-govern their own lives with an authentic understanding of right and wrong. Many of you are on the throes of making some big decisions in your life, decisions that will go straight to the core of your character. And I want to challenge you to remember the principles that you have learned in this great institution. Character above all. Character above all. Not only does that influence your life and those around you, but yes, that principle influences our entire nation. And that which you are learning here is indeed the principles upon which this great nation was established. So God bless you, each and every one of you, and General Caldwell, you and your awesome leadership and the leaders that you have surrounded yourself here at GMC. It is indeed an honor to share with you a few moments today. Thank you so much for having me.
In recognition of his leadership and strong support of the Georgia Military College, his exemplary service to the nation and the state of Georgia in the United States Congress, and an appreciation for his visit here today, Representative Jody Hice is being presented with the GMC colors by the Regimental Commander, Cadet Colonel Mobley, and President Caldwell on behalf of the Corps of Cadets. Representative Hice epitomizes the concept of a contributing citizen, and we want our students to emulate him.